take it for three. You betcha.
The pass to Miller outside three. Good.
Big block by Olsen.
Fryer in the paint. Now to Holzer. Left corner three. Bang! Bang! Oh!
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a good Thursday evening inside the Shield Center. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show for game number 4 of our quadruple header here in the EDC Boys Basketball Tournament, where it's the final game featuring another rival. Go figure. It's number 2 West Fargo Sheyenne and number 3 West Fargo here. And again, this is our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance requests, visit Irie Insurance online at IrieINS.com. The West Fargo Packers and the West Fargo Sheyenne Mustangs here in the last 15 meetings. It's been right down to the wire. Sheyenne has won 8, West Fargo has won 7, and better yet, in 4 of the last 5 contests, they have been decided by single digits. Early this year, West Fargo won 77-62 at Sheyenne High School on December the 14th, only to see Sheyenne come back and pick up a win at West Fargo on January the 28th in the previous matchup between these two teams, where Sheyenne won 71-66. The Packers, the number 3 seed in this tournament, defeated Fargo North 98-66 in their last contest to get here in the EDC quarterfinals. Carson Hengerly with 22 points, 8 rebounds, and Brett Limke with 18 points and 4 made threes in the win for the Packers. On the opposite side here for the West Fargo Sheyenne Mustangs, a 60-51 win over Fargo South. Michael Nile with 36 points, 17 rebounds, and Nile added 6 made three-pointers as well, as the Mustangs have won 4 straight games. We'll take a quick timeout. We come back after this. We'll take a look at games going on out west, also what happened earlier today here in the Eastern Dakota Conference, and more. It's game number 4. Who's going to punch their ticket to the to the state tournament and also the EDC championship? The winner does that. The loser will play Grand Forks Central in a state qualifier on Saturday afternoon at 12:45. Joey Hughes running the camera. Chase Miller with you courtside. This is our Irie Insurance pregame show. It's the EDC semifinals on your live event.
Red River Valley Speedway, what a great place to let your heart race. Excitement second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
Friday night racing returns this spring. Log on to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com for more information.
Red River Valley Speedway, the fastest high bank dirt track in the upper Midwest.
The City of Hillsboro welcomes you with opportunities to build, grow, live, and work in the Hillsboro community. With the City of Hillsboro Renaissance Zone, new businesses and entrepreneurs can use to start a business. The time for you to consider Hillsboro is now. Come see us, make the drive, and visit the City of Hillsboro. Contact city offices or visit www.hillsboro-nd.com. Small town, big opportunity. Experience Hillsboro.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Let's recap what happened earlier today here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, and also keep you apprised of what's going on out west in the WDA right now. Mandan leads Bismarck Century 41-25. The Braves with 14:25 left to play in regulation. That's a number 7 versus a number 2 in the boys contest. That would be a big upset and put Bismarck Century on notice specifically there. As we take a look at what happened earlier today in the loser out portion of the EDC Boys Basketball Tournament, Grand Forks Central 79-73 over Grand Forks Red River. The Central Knights had 15 made threes in the game as a team. will tally 26 points and 16 rebounds for Mr. Pay as well for Central. They will play the loser of this contest on Saturday at 12:45. Also Fargo North with a 81-64 win over South. Gabe Sagvold and Jeremiah Sem with 21 points each in the win for North. They will play Shanley after the Deacons fell by 5 in our last contest, 68-63. Mr. Claybo, 29 points in the win here for Fargo Davies. Out west in the WDA on the boys side of things, number 1 Minot and number 4 Bismarck St. Mary's moving to the semifinals. That will be coming up tomorrow at 5:30, while Jamestown will square off with Dickinson in a consolation semifinal, and that will be tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. So again, Minot and St. Mary's are into the semifinals out in the WDA. In the girls portion of the bracket, Bismarck Century, Legacy, and Minot High advanced with wins as well in the WDA girls portion of the bracket. We'll take a quick timeout. We come back after this, take a look at some of our players to watch out for. It's the EDC tournament on your live event.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms, saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage, our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
It's a family-oriented community.
It's a great community to raise kids in a family.
They're a safe place to raise a family, and can go four-wheeling on the trails or kayaking down the river.
Just more than knowing the family that's here, it's getting to know new neighbors.
We wanted to be somewhere that was community-oriented, and this felt just perfect.
As we continue here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, it's our final segment before we get to the starting lineups and the opening tip here. The West Fargo Packers at 17-5 on the season, head coached by Adam Polcheski. They're 7-2 in their last 9 games, including that EDC quarterfinal round win over Fargo North. The Packers, it's kind of a three-man's duo. Anybody can beat you. The future NDSU Bison football player Carson Hagerly against Fargo North, 22 points, 8 rebounds, 6 steals. Yet a bevy of three-pointers by Brett Limke, the 6'1 senior guard, 14 points, 4 made threes, and he booted 6 assists as well. Then Fode Sharif with a double-double of 15 points and 7 rebounds here for West Fargo. On the opposite side, the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs, head coached by Tom Kirchhoffner here for West Fargo Cheyenne. The big guy on the inside, Michael Nile, with 460 points so far here in his senior season at 36-17 and 3 steals in their win over the Fargo South Bruins again in the EDC quarterfinals. But other guys can go off. Dominic Dosman, a 6'8 senior. This is a guy that had 8 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 block shots in their win over Fargo South. Xander Newton is a senior. A Trent Free, if he gets going, that could be big. And also the three-point shooter, Caleb Larson, with 57 made three-pointers so far on the season for the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. The Packers averaging 81 points per contest, while West Fargo Cheyenne averaging 73. Cheyenne, the best defensive team in the conference in field goal percentage at 35% against opposing teams. That does it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance requests, visit Irie Insurance online at IrieINS.com. The winner to play Davies on Saturday at 7:45 and punches their ticket at least no worse than a number 2 seed entering the state tournament next week in Bismarck. The loser will square off with Grand Forks Central in a win. You get to dance to Bismarck and lose, and your season is done on Saturday at 12:45 against the Grand Forks Central Knights. It's the final game of the EDC Boys Basketball Quadruple Header here on your live event.
From too wet to too dry, we know Mother Nature has the final say on the crop. Count on Irie Insurance to help manage that risk. Irie Insurance has a proven track record with over 30 years of experience as a crop insurance leader. Protect your legacy with the right tools to do the job. Learn more at IrieInsurance.com or by calling your local agent in Devils Lake, Hillsboro, Hope, Mackville, Towner, and West Fargo.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
St. John Paul II Catholic Schools is a community inspiring excellence through faith, learning, and service. They have provided a faith-based learning environment for over 100 years in the Fargo-Moorhead area. At JP2 Catholic Schools, they form community leaders as they begin their journey of excellence, beginning with 3-year-old little deacons all the way through 12th grade deacons. The tradition of excellence continues at JP2 Catholic Schools. It is the Deacon Way. Good luck to all athletes from JP2 Catholic Schools.
Making a difference and impacting lives comes together when you study to become a nurse at Lake Region State College. Our nursing program is available in Mayville, Grand Forks, and Devils Lake. Find out more today. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Save the dates for the Norman County Fair, Ada, Minnesota, June 22nd through 25th. New this year, music from Post-Traumatic Funk Syndrome, the Freddie Justice Hypnotist, the Traveling Escape Room, Nick the Magician for Youth Day, Senior Day, Free Family Friday, the Red Letter Band, the Woodpicks, racing, and so much more. NormanCountyFair.com. The Norman County Fair, Ada, Minnesota, June 22nd through 25th. It is where summer begins and the fun never ends.
Everybody's gonna be there.
As we get ready for the starting lineups here in alternating order for the West Fargo Packers and the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs here tonight. For the West Fargo Packers, they're going to go like this. At a senior guard is Parker Nelson. Nelson averaging 8 points in this tournament so far here for West Fargo Packers. Also, you have on the floor Brent Limke here for the Packers, a 6'1 senior guard, 18 points, 6 assists in their win against West Fargo Cheyenne. From there, here for the West Fargo Packers, they're going to go like this. Standing at a guard, a 6'3 junior guard, a senior guard, that is Carson Hagerly. Hagerly with a game-high 22 points again in their win over Fargo North. On the opposite side here for West Fargo as well. Starting here will be Fode Sharif, a 6'4 senior forward. Sharif with 15 points and 17 rebounds. And Nick Carlson, who's coming out right now, Nick Carlson, a 6'4 senior forward here for the West Fargo Packers. For West Fargo, again, they're going to go like this. Nelson, Carlson, Limke, Hagerly, and Sharif for West Fargo, head coached by Adam Polcheski. On the opposite side here now for the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs, James Hagan, a 5'9 senior guard. You have Xander Newton, a 6'5 senior forward. Newton with 4 points and 5 rebounds. You have Caleb Larson, a 6'3 senior guard. Michael Nile, the 6'6 senior. And Dominic Dosman, the 6'8 senior forward. West Fargo Cheyenne, Hagan, Newton, Larson, Nile, and Dosman. The West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs, head coached by Tom Kirchhoffner, with 18 wins and 4 losses on the season, going up against the West Fargo Packers. The Packers 17 wins and 5 losses here on the season. Chase Miller with you with the play-by-play. You have Joey Hughes on the camera. 2 18-minute halves, a 30-second shot clock, as we'll get this one ready to go here in a moment. Everything's been pretty much right on time as scheduled. This was scheduled to get underway at 7:15. 7:27's not too bad for game number 4 of 4 here. Michael Nile in the center circle against Carson Hagerly. Opening tip is up, and it's going to be won by the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. West Fargo will come out, little man defensive pressure here in the front court, as this one will go left-hand side. With it, there's Dosman looking on the interior for the bounce pass. This one goes in the spin by Caleb Larson, partially blocked, and now it goes to Carson Hagerly. Hagerly working with it left to right. The Packers out in those green uniforms here. Leaves it right-hand side to Sharif. Couple hard dribbles down the paint. Sharif shot is blocked. Inside Carlson. Hang, shoot, no. Sharif gets another opportunity here for West Fargo. It's still on the deck. Jump ball will go to West Fargo. Good opportunities there, however, for West Fargo, attacking the 10 early. Nick Carlson, 4 double-doubles on the season. Fode Sharif, this is a guy that's a walking double-double machine since he's been in the starting lineups here for West Fargo. Brent Limke inside Carlson. Hang, shoot off the window for 2. Nick Carlson with the opening 2 points of the contest here for the West Fargo Packers on our United Savings Credit Union scoreboard. West Fargo Cheyenne in the front court now on the interior. That'll go to Xander Newton. Newton with the step through. Shot gets blocked by Fode Sharif. Now it's with Nick Carlson. Carlson in transition finds Limke on the right pocket. Back to Sharif. Left-hand side to Nelson. Nelson drives, leaves the bounce pass to Hagerly. Double team open. Limke shot fake. Limke gets to the right baseline. 13-footer no. And a rebound to Michael Nile. Nile with 11 double-doubles this season for West Fargo Sheyenne. The Mustangs averaging 73 points per contest defensively. They're giving up 59. Winner advances to the EDC Boys Basketball Championship. That'll come up on Saturday right here on your live event at 7:45. Up top here for West Fargo Sheyenne, leaves it to Hagen. Hagen back up top between the circles. Now Caleb Larson. Ball gets reversed right-hand side. This one on the interior, back up top, and almost get a shot clock violation. Instead, it's going to go to West Fargo. Parker Nelson will handle it here. Shovel pass inside. Fode Sharif, who spins, lost it, regains position, and the finger roll layup for two. Fode Sharif now with 4 points here for the West Fargo Packers. Go to the opposite side here. West Fargo Sheyenne fans still standing up in attendance right now. Taking not one but two ball screens is Hagen, looking for the Mustangs' first field goal here tonight. Ball gets reversed right-hand side. Caleb Larson, interior. Dominic Dosman. Dosman battling on the inside. Power dribble. Xander Newton off the window for two. Xander Newton with the opening 2 points here for West Fargo Sheyenne. West Fargo in the front court leaves it to Brett Limke. Limke left wing, free throw line extended. Back up top to Carson Hagerly. Hagerly with the jab step, crossing over right to left, now to Carlson. This one between the circles to Parker Nelson yet again. Nelson spins on the interior. His shot gets blocked from the back. Good defense by Caleb Larson there to rise and bat that ball away, as it will stay here with the West Fargo Sheyenne Mustangs down the front court. A chance to tie. Michael Nile asking for it on the interior. Up top, Newton. Ball gets reversed right wing to Hagen. Michael Nile taking a couple hard dribbles. Double team comes. Parker Nelson's there on the defense, and that'll get the bench for West Fargo off their feet. West Fargo Sheyenne, the defending EDC boys basketball champs, back-to-back as they won over Davies last year and Davies in 2020 as well. West Fargo looking for their first EDC tournament appearance in the championship round, that is, since 2019. 10 seconds here on the shot clock. Ball goes right-hand side. Ball gets worked around the horn. Left wing here for the Mustangs. Back up top, Xander Newton leaves it right wing to Hagen. Hagen three-pointer on the way. Gets it to go. James Hagen with the triple. Now to Hagerly. Hagerly with it, crossing over. Attacks the 10. Shot is off the mark, and a rebound comes down to Xander Newton, his first. Cheyenne in the front court. Michael Nile lost his handle. Ball gets loose, and it's going to be a turnover. This one will come to Nick Carlson here as Nile heavy on the guard on the pressure D. Parker Nelson goes right to the 10. Shot is up, and we'll get 2 fouls upcoming here. The foul will come on West Fargo Sheyenne. 2 shots upcoming. This will be on Dominic Dosman, his first and the team's first. Parker Nelson, a 55% free throw shooter, goes to the line. Nelson will toe the stripe here. Free throw attempt number 1 is short. Free throw attempt number 2 upcoming. West Fargo Packers down by 1 right now on the United Savings Credit Union scoreboard. 2 locations in Fargo, 1 in Dilworth, and 1 also in Detroit Lakes. Hagen with the rebound here as Nile brings it in the front court. It's the number 2 seed Cheyenne against the number 3 seed West Fargo Packers. Interior, Dosman shot is off the mark. No, ball gets tapped around with it on the interior's Caleb Larson, and we have a foul upcoming here on West Fargo. Larson with the offensive rebound. The foul will come on Brett Limke, his first and the team's first. As going to the free throw line will be Caleb Larson. Shooting the pair, Larson a 71% free throw shooter here on the season. Larson makes free throw attempt number 1. As Zepeda will check in for the first time tonight for West Fargo. Caden, a 6'1" senior guard. And for Parker Nelson, free throw attempt number 2 is good by Larson. So 3 different players have scored early for West Fargo Sheyenne as they lead it by 3 in the opening minutes of this EDC boys basketball semifinal round action. Hagerly drive, hang, shoot, and finishes with the tough shot from the right wing off the backboard. Hagerly becomes the 3rd player in the scoring column here for West Fargo. We've had some good ones throughout the day here in all 4 of our contests, and hoping to get to the 4th one here as well. Here comes Limke in the front court for West Fargo. Bounce pass up, Hato right pocket, 3 on the way. That's long, and then off the head of a Mustang. Carlson tries to take advantage, no. Fode Sharif put back, no. They're still battling forward, and it's going to be won by Caleb Larson. So opportunities come awry there for the West Fargo Packers. West Fargo Sheyenne in the front court right now. The third time these two teams have met. It's been a back and forth affair, and in the last handful of seasons, they've met anywhere from 3 to 4 times, the fourth being in the state tournament. And last year, West Fargo defeated Cheyenne in the state semifinals en route to their state championship. 3, Splash City! That shot is pretty. Caleb Larson with the triple. He's got 5. Larson now with his 58th three-pointer of the season here for West Fargo Sheyenne. Ball goes right-hand side, Hagerly. Hagerly takes a couple hard dribbles down the paint now to Limke. Limke, top of the key for the answer 3. Off the mark, and a rebound to Dominic Dosman. In the front court now comes West Fargo Sheyenne as they'll run the offense here with James Hagan. Hagan takes a ball screen to the right-hand side. Hagan driving kick now to Newton. Xander Newton with the basketball travel, then a turnover on West Fargo Cheyenne. We got him down for 2. Jaden Grefstrud will check in here for West Fargo. On the opposite side, Caleb Deere, a 6'3 sophomore guard, will get some minutes here for head coach Tom Kirchhoffner. We have one of our 3 EDC boys basketball games on Saturday set. North and Shanley at 11 a.m. in a state qualifier to get things underway, where we'll have 6 games, 3 on Saturday right here on your live event, 3 from the girls' side, 3 on the boys' side. The girls' tournament resumes tomorrow for 4 games. We will have those for you right here on your live event. North and Shanley tip off at 2 o'clock in a loser-out contest. This one, Hagan, right-hand side with the rip is Caleb Larson. Back to Hagan. Around the horn, Michael Nile. Nile with the shot fake, rises from 13 feet and tickles a twine. Michael Nile with his first 2 points of the night. And the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs, well, just like that, get back on the board here. They should put 2 points on that scoreboard and make it 12-6, but right now they still have 10-6. This one goes to the top of the key. That's going to be a right-hand side bucket. Carson Hagerly now with 4, as the scoreboard again still reads 10-8. It should be 12-8 right now, just for those counter scoring at home, and there they got it. On the interior, this one will be to Xander Newton. Newton looking on the inside for Nile, and the early defensive execution for West Fargo is to front Michael Nile. Deep 3 from the parking lot. Oh, it went! He got it from the NDSU logo! Caleb Larson now with 8. Talk about how do you do on a Thursday afternoon. We have a foul then by Hagan, his first, team second. That is some range. Joey Hughes, our cameraman, might have that kind of range. I never did in high school, I'll just tell you that much. That's a deep 3. That was from between the N and the D on the NDSU logo. That is the deepest 3 by any means of this tournament. And by the way, it was nothing but twine. We've seen some dunks here in day number 1, but Larson just might have had the shot of the tournament here for West Fargo Cheyenne. 11 minutes left to play in this first half on our United Savings Credit Union scoreboard. Packers with their largest deficit right now in the first half is Cole Tiedemann into the contest now. Limke, right-hand side, rip through now to Zepeda. Zepeda takes a hard trouble dribble, slips it past to Grefstrud, and a turnover here on West Fargo. If you win tonight, you don't have to worry about Saturday so much in terms of you're going to state. It's just a matter of, are you the number 1 seed or are you the number 2 seed from the East? If you're the number 1 seed, you'll play in the boys' quarterfinals at 6 o'clock on Thursday in Bismarck. If you're the 2 seed, you end up playing at 4 o'clock on Thursday. If you lose this game, then your season rides on a state qualifier on Saturday against Grand Forks Central, who, by the way, hit 15 threes in their win over Red River, as we have a double dribble on Michael Nile, turnover on the Mustangs. So with a win for both these teams, a game on 7:45 on Saturday against Davies. Cheyenne split with Davies earlier this season. West Fargo also split with the Eagles. Packers in the front court between the circles. Parker Nelson, left-hand side. Nick Carlson rises, the big man. It was halfway down and rattled out. A rebound comes to Trent Free. Free up the near sideline. Now the Packers been stuck at 8 for the last 2 minutes and counting here for the West side. This one going underneath the screen there was Tiedemann. Up top now to Caleb Larson. Larson drives on the other number 11, Brett Lipke, and count it! Caleb Larson in double digits with 10, and that spells trouble now for West Fargo as Limke picks up his second and the team's second. On the opposite side for West Fargo Sheyenne, they have 2 team fouls. Hagen with 1 and Dosman with the other. So Limke will stay on the floor. Right now, head coach Anna Polczewski going to trust his senior guard and a caliber of a player that was all conference from a season ago. Carter Bierenkott from West Fargo was the senior athlete of the year. He graduated, went on to play collegiate football at Minnesota State University Moorhead. Free throw attempt is good by Larson. Coach of the year last year, Jeff Ralph of Wapaton, and Mike Schultz was the activities director of the year. We'll get to those awards on Saturday evening. Backdoor cut to Tiedemann, goes to the right pocket, Nelson. Back up top, Limke. This would help. 3 on the way. Off the left, iron ball goes out of play, and Grefsrud tries to save it. He cannot. All EDC performers from last year that are playing in this tournament, Hagerly and Limke for West Fargo. Macham Baker for Davies. He's heading to Concordia in the fall to play collegiate basketball. And then Mr. Payne Parks for Grand Forks Red River. His season came to a close against his rival in Grand Forks Central. So 18-8 right now, the first double-digit lead for either team here in this first half with 9:30 left to play. In stanza number 1, Michael Nile, a little rip through it, hard dribble, the block shot by Sharif, but Nile stays with it for the 2 points. Michael Nile now with 4 here for West Fargo Sheyenne as the Packers bring in the front court. Parker Nelson, little crossover, right to left, drives, hang shot, no. Ball gets tapped around, it's loose right now, it's still loose. Bodies are on the floor and Parker Nelson handles it. Still 15 seconds on the shot clock. Fode Sharif from downtown, no. Hagerly tip back, good for 2. Kirsten Hagerly just hanging in the air with 6 points and 1 rebound. Packer girls basketball team on hand to watch this game as well. West Fargo playing a EDC semifinal tomorrow at 5:30 against Davies here on your live event. This one off the mark. Fode Sharif gets the rebound. Packers trying to answer right now, down by 8. Hagerly left of the key, takes a hard dribble, skips it right-hand side. Grefsrud back to Limke. Limke to Grefsrud on the right baseline. Fode Sharif banging on the interior as he's going up with Trent Free, and Free will get called for the foul trying to get in front. Trent Free will pick up his first and the team's 3rd. This one will go here for a couple of substitutions. Xander Newton will check into the contest. Also coming in will be Caleb Deere. West Fargo slated to inbound here with Limke. Limke tries to get it in before a 5 count does with Grefsrud. Back to Hagerly. West Fargo Sheyenne with a 7-man rotation. So far, West Fargo, they've played with 8 on the floor. Hagerly takes a trip. Also going down is Newton. Might be cramps. Parker Nelson shot is off the mark. No, rebound comes to James Hagen. And Xander Newton right now, you just hope it's a cramp and nothing more as they're going to look to him on the baseline here. We will break with you. 20-10, West Fargo Sheyenne leads it on a United Savings Credit Union scoreboard as Xander Newton right now holding his right knee. We'll break here midway through the first half. It's Cheyenne up by 10 on your live event.
Red River Valley Speedway, what a great place to let your heart race. Excitement second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
Friday night racing returns this spring. Log on to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com for more information.
Red River Valley Speedway, the fastest high bank dirt track in the upper Midwest.
Xander Newton will check out of the contest here for West Fargo Sheyenne. The good news, it's under his own power here as the Mustangs will go against a little full court press against the West Fargo Packers. So we will keep our attention on Xander Newton here moving forward if he returns tonight. And if he doesn't return tonight, the question is in the short term, can he potentially play on Saturday? And then if Cheyenne is fortunate enough to get to state to Bismarck next week. 3-pointer on the way, that's no good by Matt Gooslaw, who checks in, the 6'6" senior forward. Hagerly with a little step-through shot, good for 2. Carson Hagerly with 8 of the 12 points here for the Packers, and he just went coast to coast. West Fargo down by 8, coming up on our halftime show. We'll get to our scoreboard update in terms of final numbers. 3-pointer on the way is good. Caleb Deere with the triple, his 22nd of the season. Take a look at what happened earlier today. Get you ready for our coverage for the girls tournament tomorrow. 3 by Hagerly with the answer. Hagerly's in fuego. He's got 11. And then get you set for the WDA scores that are coming in right now as well. It is a busy time, but it is March. Earlier today in the State B Girls Tournament, the 2-seed Grafton and the 3-seed Langdon Area Enmore Munich advanced to the state semifinals. Zepeda right now will check in for Nick Carlson. Zepeda and Carlson will both check in right now for West Fargo. The Kindred Vikings right now taking care of Beulah 53-11 midway through the third quarter of play. Hagerly driving kick. Fode Sharif with a couple hard dribbles. Down the paint, off the backboard. No. Rebound going to be tousled for, and a jump ball that'll favor West Fargo Cheyenne. So far, just 3 team fouls combined. Both teams with all 5 of their timeouts here in this contest. All full court token pressure as Gooselot will check out of the game. Right now, you're going to have Dominic Dosman, Michael Nile on the floor, Caleb Larson. On the far sideline for Cheyenne, Caleb Deere, and in the backcourt handling the rock is Hagan here for the Mustangs. You have Zepeda, Hagerly, Parker, Nelson, Fode Sharif, and Nick Carlson on the floor in comparison for West Fargo. And Carlson will pick up the little hip check there. His first, team's third. That's okay in hockey. You can give a little bump in hockey. Basketball, if you put them off their rhythm or off their plateau, you're going to get called for the foul 9 times out of 10. Three-pointer, Michael Nile. Yes, sir. Nile with this 49th made 3 of the season. He's got 7. The Mustangs up by 11. Fode Sharif, right-hand side, up and over, pass to Carlson. Carlson trying to back his defender down. Triple team. Carlson kick out Fode Sharif, and there's a foul. Trying to go up for the shot was Caleb Larson, and instead of chopping his feet and going straight up, he just kind of went straight up to get the block shot on Sharif, and that'll result in a foul. Not the worst thing, as it allows your team to reset and play some defense here, as Sharif will inbound the basketball on the sideline. Parker Nelson whips it around the horn now to Carson Hagerly. Hagerly left wing, free throw line extended, crossing over left to right, driving kick to Sharif, right pocket, and he can't get the shooter's roll. It was hanging on the rim. Dominic Dosman clears the rebound here for West Fargo Cheyenne. It's a 3-on-3. Dosman attacks the paint. Kick out left-hand side. Dribble pullback. Caleb Larson, three-pointer, no. Rebounded Carson Hagerly. Hagerly with 3 boards. He's got 11 of the 15 for the Packers. West Fargo just needs a option number B, but Hagerly, he isn't feeling it. Shot is off the mark, no good. Dosman with the rebound, and a foul here on Zepeda. Caden with his first and the team's 4th here. So take a look at some of the first half numbers right now between these 2 programs, between West Fargo, and alongside with them you have West Fargo Cheyenne. Take a look at some of the numbers as this one continues here in a moment. 26-15, Packers shooting 26% from the floor. Cheyenne is 60%. The Mustangs 5 of 7 from beyond the arc. West Fargo just 1 of 9 currently here in this one. As we have a turnover on West Fargo Cheyenne here in the front court. That's their 5th. Neither team has really hurt themselves in that category tonight. But the question is always, how much is too much? West Fargo down by 11, very much in striking distance. It's just they haven't shot the ball as efficient as they did against Fargo North when they put 98 up. And in that contest, Hagerly at 22, Limke at 18, 4 players in double digits. Hagerly's on the floor. There's a loose ball. Jump ball will favor West Fargo. Dominic Dosman will get on the floor with Hagerly and give Cheyenne credit. Offensively, their numbers are not the greatest in terms of team numbers. They're shooting 7th best so far here this season from the field goal percentage, but defensively, they're the best in the conference. Time on the floor. We'll break with them. Cheyenne up by 11.
Let the team at Taxman help prepare your taxes and answer any of your tax-related questions. From financial planning, payroll services, and retirement planning, Taxman focuses on your unique tax, accounting, and consulting needs. For expert, affordable service from accountants that care about you with a combined 200 years of experience, choose Taxman. Open year-round with offices in Fargo and Moorhead. For more information, go online to fmtaxman.com.
Back to the point that we were making just moments ago, West Fargo Cheyenne, when you look at their numbers in the regular season, you would kind of scratch your head a little bit because normally you're top 5 almost in every category in the EDC as being a team that's ranked in the state poll, a team that's the number 2 seed in the EDC, They're 7th in field goal percentage, 10th in free throw percentage, and 7th out of 11 teams at beyond the three-point line. But defensively, they're the best in the conference, and that's what's got them to this point of the season. Brett Lemke running hook shot off the mark as Larson able to get the rebound. So credit to where credit's due. Defensively is what you need to get to certain points of the year, and that's what Cheyenne is doing right now. West Fargo gets in front with Zepeda, bats the ball away with 4:43 left to play here in the first half. So for West Fargo, Cheyenne, they'll inbound it with 16 seconds on the shot clock right now. Limke will guard the inbounder. Michael Nile posting up. Nile gets the ball. Double team comes. Nile spins over Zepeda for 2. Nile at 6'6", Zepeda at 6'1". Nile just took advantage of his size difference, and now West Fargo, Cheyenne with their largest lead at 13. Nick Carlson for the answer, top of the key 3. Carlson's 20th three-pointer of the season, his first in this tournament, and the Packers are back within 10. West Fargo, Cheyenne, bounce pass left-hand side. Dominic Dosman, the lefty, guarded there by Carlson on this man defense. West Fargo pretty much going to get in your grill with that man defense throughout. West Fargo, Cheyenne, a team that might switch out to some zones as the game moves along, but they want to get in your grill defensively as well with that man defense. Dosman with his first bucket of the evening for West Fargo, Cheyenne. They've been efficient right now in the half court. Nick Carlson, right of the key, jab step, takes a couple, dribbles back in his defender down, kick out, Hagerly, shot fake. Hagerly, little Euro step, how do you do on a Thursday evening? Hagerly right now continues to rack them up for West Fargo. He's got 13 points. Other end of the floor here is West Fargo, Cheyenne, Caleb Larson. He throws it in the front row. Watch out for the popcorn. Ball will get tipped, and it will stay with West Fargo, Cheyenne. Larson with the three-pointer from the logo, and I'm not kidding you. He hit it from the N and the D from the logo earlier tonight. This one gets tipped by Zepeda. Michael Nile will handle it with it right in the front court here, trying to utilize that dribble. Hagan now right-hand side, guarded by the other zero there in Parker Nelson. Nile shot up and shot good. Michael Nile just continues to be what Tom Kirchhoffner said earlier in the season, a diamond in the rough. 11 points for Nile. Shot is off the mark. No, Nick Carlson gets blocked from the back by Caleb Larson here, and it's with West Fargo Cheyenne as they're up by 12. United Savings Credit Union scoreboard providing our sponsorship throughout of the EDC tournament. West Fargo Cheyenne near sideline. Dominic Dosman. Good defense there by Carlson. Ball's on the deck. Cheyenne somehow comes away with it. Now it's to Michael Nile. Nile rips it through on Zepeda. Driving kick right-hand side, Deere. Deere goes to the baseline. Bounce pass to Dominic, and the shot is off the mark, and Fode Sharif will get called for the foul. Fode's first, team's fifth. Going to the free throw line is Dominic Dosman, a 58% free throw shooter here on the season. And it's gone final out west. Mandan has beat Bismarck Century 63-62. That's a number 7 seed beating a number 2 seed. So Mandan 63-62 over Bismarck Century. So Century will play the loser of BHS and Legacy in the consolation semis. Well, Mandan moves to the semifinals tomorrow night at 7:15. That's the first big upset out in the WDA at the Bismarck Event Center. Brett Lemke between the circles now will handle it. Left-hand side, top of the key goes Nick Carlson. Carlson going to rip it through, a little shot fake, throws it up and gets it to go. Nick Carlson with 7, a chance to make it 8 at the free throw line for the good old-fashioned three-point play. Gooslaw picks up the foul, his first, team's fifth. Hagerly with a quick break back on the floor here as Zepeda will check out, excuse me. Opportunity here for Carlson. Carlson misses. Rebound comes down to Michael Nile. West Fargo Cheyenne been up by 10, 12 points for the last handful of minutes here in this first half. Mustangs back up top. Dosman reverse it right-hand side. Ripping it through there is Caleb Larson. Back up top on the interior. 4 out, 1 in. The one is Michael Nile. Ball gets skipped to Nile. Nile thought he was going to a wing. Turnover here on West Fargo Cheyenne. And next season, the EDC is going to look a little different because the Horace Hawks of West Fargo will have a varsity team next year. this year in basketball, played JV and a C squad team. So next season, add another team in West Fargo. They will have 3 high schools, and we'll see what the Horace Hawks can do once they get to the varsity level. West Fargo, Cheyenne, Fargo, Davies know all about that over the last decade plus. Crazy to think Davies has been around for over a decade now. Cheyenne getting to that category as we have a foul on the floor. Larson will pick up his second, team 6th. So you have 6 right now for Cheyenne. You have 5 for West Fargo. The Packers have 4 timeouts remaining. West Fargo, Cheyenne with 5 left, with 1:48 left to play in this first half. Ball goes right-hand side. Fode Sharif, now to Hagerly. Hagerly looking to rip it through, nothing there. Carson Hagerly at the top of the key. Dribble pullback, 3 on the way. Hagerly off the front iron. Parker Nelson, ball off a who, and give credit to Parker Nelson. He went up for the board, last touch off of Dominic Dosman, and a fresh 30 here from the West Fargo Packers. Trent Free will check in as Caleb Larson will check out here. Ball gets inbounded, and it goes to Limke, right wing now after the pass, and Limke rattle it in. Brett Limke with his first 3-pointer here of the night. He hit 4 against Fargo North on Tuesday. Limke, 67 made threes on the season, just to put another stat out there here for West Fargo. Ball goes right-hand side to Trent Free. Man defense continues by the Packers, kind of extending that man defense here, forcing Cheyenne to drive and kick, and there's the kick. It was halfway down off the shot miss by Dosman. Hagerly gets the rebound. Carson Hagerly crossing over, hang, shoot inside the paint, and gets it to go. Hagerly with 15 first-half points to lead the floor here for the Packers. And West Fargo trails it by 7. West Fargo using a little 5-0 run right now. Cheyenne will try to answer here. Will they try to get a 2-for-1 or just take one good-looking shot? This one with Trent Free, guarded there by Limke. Right-hand side out of James Hagan. Hagan on Hagerly. Little hesitation crossover to Michael Nile. Nile with a couple hard dribbles, top of the key. 3 by Deere. Off the front iron, rebound by Dominic Dosman. Put back over Sharif. That's no good. Nile, third time the charm. Yes, sir. Michael Nile with the board there and the putback, as now West Fargo can hold for the final shot of the first half. A 9-point game. Limke to Hagerly. Hagerly takes a screen from Carlson. Hagerly manned up by Nile. Kick out, Sharif, right pocket, 3, got it to go! And that's how we'll end our first half of play in the EDC semifinals. Well, West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs, Michael Nile is the 1-2 combination right now, as Nile with 13 first half points. Caleb Larson in double digits, as well as he has 11 for West Fargo Cheyenne. For the West Fargo Packers, it's been really Carson Hagerly with 15. Then you have 7 by Nick Carlson and 5 by Fode Sharif. Again, at the half, it's West Fargo Cheyenne 36, West Fargo 30. Our first half numbers are next here on your live event.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most.
See Jared Hansen in Larimore, your agent with answers.
Powerful and playful, delicate and precise, bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us to deliver care for your whole family, to provide options beyond the expected, to help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
At the half, it's West Fargo Sheyenne and West Fargo 36-30. Let's take a look at some of the first half numbers here in this contest, and we thank you for tuning into high school basketball. Make sure you patronize all our sponsors that you see throughout our contest here on your live event. Chase Miller with you courtside. Joey Hughes running the camera. West Fargo Sheyenne shooting 62% from the floor in the first half, 13 of 21, 5 of 8 from beyond the arc, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. In comparison, the Packers shooting 13 of 37 from the floor at 35%, 4 of 13 from beyond the arc, and 0 of 3 from the stripe. 18-14, Sheyenne leads in the rebound category. Turnovers, 7 for the Mustangs and just 1 for the West Fargo Packers in that first half. Individual numbers, the Cheyenne Mustangs led by the 13 points right now of Michael Nile and 5 rebounds. Caleb Larson with 11 points, 3 boards, and 2 made threes. And then 3 points apiece by Dominic Dosman, James Hagan with 3, and Caleb Deere with 3 as well. And Xander Newton, 2 points and 1 rebound, who left earlier in the game kind of holding his knee, able to walk off, which was good news. We'll see if he continues to play here in the second half or not. For the West Fargo Packers, led by Carson Hagerly with 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Hagerly with 7 made field goals in the opening half with a 3-pointer. Nick Carlson, 7 points, 4 boards. Fode Sharif, 5 points and 3 rebounds. Brett Limke with 1 made 3. Held scoreless as Parker Nelson, but Nelson does have 2 rebounds and 1 steal. Again, at the half, it's the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs over the West Fargo Packers. When we come back after this, we'll recap what happened earlier today in the EDC tournament. Cheyenne up by 6 here in the EDC semifinals.
The City of Hillsborough welcomes you with opportunities to build, grow, live, and work in the Hillsborough community. With the City of Hillsborough Renaissance Zone, new businesses and entrepreneurs can use to start a business. The time for you to consider Hillsborough is now. Come see us, make the drive, and visit the City of Hillsborough. Contact city offices or visit www.hillsborough-nd.com. Small town, big opportunity. Experience Hillsborough.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
See your future come together at Lake Region State College. Train for in-demand careers, part-time, full-time, or online. At Lake Region State College, we change lives.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
As we return to the floor here inside of the Shield Center, Chase Miller with you, Joey Hughes running the camera. Let's take a look at what's going to happen tomorrow in the girls portion. Both West Fargo and West Fargo Cheyenne will play in the EDC semifinals in the girls bracket. West Fargo, the 4 seed, will match up with number 1 seed Fargo Davies at 5:30 for semifinal number 1 of 2. Then West Fargo Cheyenne will close things off at 7:15 tomorrow night. The number 2 team in the East, going up against the number 3 seeded Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders at 7:15. Loser out games tomorrow. Our coverage gets underway at 1:40. Fargo North, Fargo Sheyenne at 2 o'clock in the afternoon between the number 9 seed Spartans and the 5 seed Fargo Sheyenne Deacons. Winner advances to play in a state qualifier on Saturday. Wapaton and Devils Lake, the Huskies, a number 7 seed, going up against the number 6 seeded Firebirds. That'll be at 3:45. The winner will play the loser of Davies or West Fargo in a state qualifier on Saturday at 2:30. So that's a look ahead in the girls portion coming up tomorrow right here on your live event. Earlier today in Rivalry Thursday, all 4 games against their rival. Grand Forks Central 79-73 over the Rough Riders. Central hit 15 three-pointers in the contest. They went 15-28 from beyond the arc, and Mr. Eric Pay led the way. 24 points, 16 rebounds for the sophomore forward. Rocamp finished with 24 points and a handful of threes for Red River in the loss. For Fargo North, they advanced with an 81-64 win over Fargo South. Gabe Sagvold, Jeremiah Sem with 19 points. Carter Zeller was just 2 boards from a double-double. North will play Fargo Sheyenne in a state qualifier coming up at 11 o'clock in the morning on Saturday after the Deacons lost by 5 to Fargo Davies. Claybo with 29 points. He had 36 against Central in the quarters. The freshman rallied that one up with 29 in the semis. Davies will play in the EDC championship against the winner of this one at 7:45 on Saturday, while Grand Forks Central awaits their opponent, the loser of this game. That'll be at 7:15. That does it for our halftime show. We come back, second half action from the Shield Center. Mustangs up by 6.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most.
See Jared Hansen in Larimore, your agent with answers.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Sanford Health. Here for all. Here for good.
Welcome to Ada, Minnesota. There's much to offer for new residents and much to do once you're here. Medical facility, living community, and assistant living. A beautiful school campus providing quality education. The Deco Center with a 24-hour fitness center. A community of faith with church and youth programs. Auto dealers, bowling, theater, farm implement and agronomy centers. Banks, retail and service businesses, a radio station, and much more. With employment and housing available. Welcome to the City of Ada to work, raise a family, and relax. Contact the City of Ada for more information.
As we come back here inside the Shield Center, West Fargo Sheyenne leads it by 6. Shane Piatz, Mike Holness, and Chap Palmer are officials tonight here inside the Shack as we get ready for half number 2 between 2 rivals. Winner advances to the championship on Saturday at 7:45. Loser plays in a state qualifier. Dominic Dosman will inbound the basketball into the backcourt here as we get ready to roll for at least 18 minutes more of EDC boys basketball here tonight inside the Shield Center. We'll handle it to the high post, right wing now for West Fargo Sheyenne. Caleb Deere on the inside. Dosman shot gets blocked by Hagerly. What a start to this second half defensively. Hagerly goes hard to the tin, and an offensive foul here on Hagerly with the extension of the forearm. Hagerly will pick up his first and the team's first. As we'll handle it here for West Fargo Sheyenne. This one in the backcourt. That'll be with James Hagan here. And again, starting as Caleb Deere in the second half as Xander Newton right now. Good news is he's walking, but he does have some ice around that right knee, so it looks like his night will be done for West Fargo Sheyenne. And we hope that Newton can return to the floor and at least play in either a state qualifier or EDC championship on Thursday, bare minimum. This one to the top of the key. West Fargo Sheyenne works on the baseline with Deere. Now the top deep three on the way is short by Hagan. Rebound, but shot clock will come off here, and we have a turnover on West Fargo Sheyenne after the board by Dominic Dosman on the inside. Just didn't see where the shot clock was there on the kick, and a turnover on the Mustangs. West Fargo, this one will be with Brett Limke. Limke, left wing, ankle cross, back to Hagerly. Fargo Sheyenne led a good portion of the latter part of the first half by double digits. Ball goes on the inside by Sharif to Carlson. Good hedge defense by West Fargo Sheyenne. The second turnover of the contest here for the Packers. This one will be with James Hagan crossing over right to left. Better defense by Hagerly, and Hagerly gets the steal on Hagan. Hagerly with a 3-on-3 here, slows it up. Looks for a trailer. Hagerly spins on the baseline off the backboard, no. Rebound will come with Caleb Deere. At the half, it was 36-30. The opening 100 seconds here of this second half, we still have the same score. Michael Nile with a step through there, and Parker Nelson takes a couple hard dribbles. Ball goes right-hand side to Dominic Dosman. Now on the baseline, 3 by Deere. Off the mark, Michael Nile with the board. Nile, left wing, back to the left-hand side as Cheyenne wants to set up the offense. Instead, Caleb Larson will go on the interior to Michael Nile on a turnover here on West Fargo Cheyenne. One thing that Coach Palczewski is doing is putting more of a guard and not a post of a Hagerly or a Carlson early on Michael Nile. So they're fronting, trying to get some backside help. So if Nile gets the ball in the post, he will handle an opportunity to have that mismatch. Limke's going to hang, shoot, floater off the front iron. Ball gets tapped around and right to Michael Nile. And then we have a foul here. If this is on Limke, this will be a foul. Instead, it looks like it going to Carson Hagerly. Check that. That will be on Limke. So Limke will pick up his third. He is the only one in foul trouble right now for the West Fargo Packers with 15:39 left to play here in regulation. West Fargo Cheyenne with James Hagan. Good show there by Carlson. Michael Nile again banging on the inside with Parker Nelson. Nile on the interior, power dribble, and Sharif commits the foul. Fode will pick up his second, team second, and go on the free throw line to shoot 2 here for the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. Will be Michael Nile with 13 points so far here today for Michael Nile. On top of that, Nile has 7 rebounds, working on that double-double performance yet again. Michael Nile, free throw attempt number 1, will rattle out. Take a look at some of these former players. Fargo Cheyenne last season ago, a Mr. Basketball finalist Jackson Monet at Northern State now playing collegiate basketball. Carter Bierenkot was a Mr. Basketball finalist as well, EDC Senior Athlete of the Year, as Nile goes 1 of 2 from the line. Luke Lennon in 2019 and Joe Pistorius in 2018. Some of the Mr. Basketball finalists for the Packers. The shot gets blocked and it will stay Packer basketball. So there's been a lot of really good talent the last 6 seasons here for West Fargo. They've had 21 or more wins in every year. The defending state champs, West Fargo Cheyenne, take a look back at their program 6 years ago as we have a foul here on West Fargo Cheyenne. As this will be on the floor, the foul will be on Dominic Dosman, his second, team's first. Cheyenne 2015-2016 season went 11-14. Since then, every year they have 17 or more wins, including this season here. So Tom Kirchhoffner started with them as freshman. 3-pointer by Carlson off the mark. And then we have a foul, and this could be on Parker Nelson. Or it's on Hagerly here, they'll say, on the backside. So Hagerly will pick up his second, team's third. So Tom Kirchhoffner saw this program from being a freshman coach, then a sophomore C-Squad coach, and they got the varsity program here. Adam Palczewski took over in the last 5-6 years, has just put West Fargo like they were with Greg Limke, the dad of senior Brett Limke. West Fargo was always a dangerous team in the mid-2000s, early 2010s, and since Palczewski's taken over, they've just continued to work and grind. It was going to be almost a turnover, but it will stay West Fargo Cheyenne basketball. Jaden Grefstrud, a 6'1 senior, onto the floor here. Grefstrud 9 points, 2 rebounds in their win against Fargo North. Nelson will continue on the guard of Michael Nile. 3-pointer coming. They got to try to beat the shot clock. They can't, and that'll be a shot clock violation. So the second one here of this second half, as Zepeda will check into the contest here for West Fargo. Tomorrow will be the girls will take center stage. On Saturday, it's the boys early on at 11 o'clock in the morning for first of 2 of the state qualifiers, with the boys championship later in the evening at 7:45. Then the girls will kind of sandwich between those two on Saturday afternoon. Carson Hagerly takes a ball screen, looking on the interior. Nothing there. Ball gets skipped to Limke, who rises for three, and he rattles it in. Brent Limke with the triple, his second of the contest, and the Packers are back within 4. Crossing the timeline now is James Hagan. Good shot there by Limke. We'll see if West Fargo Cheyenne can answer. Trying to use that pick and roll game right now, but Nick Carlson's done a really good job on the hedge. Dominic Dosman leaves it left-hand side. That's to Hagan. Back to Dosman. Around the horn to Deere. Deere takes a couple hard dribbles. Bounce pass on the interior. Double team comes. Hang, shoot inside the paint for 2. Caleb Larson can do the work on the inside like he can from the outside. Larson with a harder and 13 points. Carson Hagerly, hesitation. Double team comes, and we got an armbar foul. Dominic Dosman is trying to get on the guard, but Dosman, once he put the arm on the back, the official's going to call it more times than not. Dosman will pick up his third and the team's second. And the officials do a really nice job of telling you early in the game, if you listen, they will say, hey, get the hands up, almost a 5-second violation, or move your feet, not your hands. They'll kind of give you a warning early, and then after that, they've kind of said their words, and if you have the arm bar like that, more times than not, it will get called. Hagerly trying to cross over. Camp ball gets skipped to Grefsrud. Grefsrud at the right wing on Dominic Dosman. Now to Zepeda. Shot clock nearing under 10. Zepeda double team comes. Leaves it left-hand side. Hagerly, who rises for a 3 off the back iron. And Michael Nile gets the rebound over Brent Limke. Nile now with 8 boards. Baseball pass up the floor. Deere in transition. 3-pointer, no. Nile over Hagerly for the loose ball and a foul. If you're not going to box out a man who stands at 6'6" and got pogo sticks for legs, well, he's going to get the rebound. Foul will come underneath the floor. This will be on Carson Hagerly. They have it down for. So got Hagerly right now, and then Fode Sharif both with 2. Ball will go on the backside here on the pick. The picker play. The shot gets blocked. Biles' shot gets blocked by Carlson. Up the other end of the floor comes Fode Sharif. Sharif to the 10, hang, shoot off the back iron twice. No, it's still loose, and somehow Cheyenne comes down with it. Good hustle play by Larson. Michael Nile then, and we're going to get a body foul. This is on Limke. This will be 4. Instead, it won't be on Limke. Limke was there. It looks like it's going to be on Zepeda, and it is. So Zepeda will pick up his second, and that's going to be the team's 6th already now for West Fargo. In comparison, West Fargo Cheyenne with 2 fouls right now, a 6-point lead for the Mustangs. Winner plays in the EDC title game tomorrow against Davies, and now we're going to have a bonus as Niall was posting up on the inside. The foul will be on Zepeda on the hold. That's going to be his 3rd. So you got 3 on Zepeda. You have 3 on Brent Limke on the floor right now. And going to the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1 is Michael Nile. Nile so far 1 of 2 from the free throw line, has 14 points. Free throw attempt is good here by Nile. Second free throw attempt on the way as we will crank our crowd mic and our basket mics here to hear the shot kind of go in or not. Nile goes 2 for 2 from the line. I don't know if there's anything better in sports than a swish. It just is one of those deals. West Fargo right now in the front court. Right-hand side is Zepeda to the baseline now. Carlson. West Fargo down by 8. Carlson skips it. Back up top to Zepeda. Now to Limke. And West Fargo Cheyenne is fronting. Fode Sharif. Carlson is blocked. Shot by Michael Nile. Nile doing it offensively, doing it on the window, and doing it defensively here for the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. Nile to the baseline, 3 on the way by Bile. Off the mark, backside rebound though by Larson. He's got 3 Packers around him. It's still loose. Who's it off of Nick Carlson? Spreads out to try to get the ball, and it will stay West Fargo Cheyenne basketball. Parker Nelson and Carson Hagerly return as Limke will check out, and Nick Carlson here for the West Fargo Packers. Shot clock at 25 seconds still to come on our postgame show. We'll get to our precision play of the game, brought to you in part by RDK Enterprises. Take a look at the final numbers, recap what happened throughout the day, get you set for the state qualifiers and EDC championship on Saturday, and get to our Enbridge Energy player of the game. That's all coming up on our postgame show. Double team, Hagerly saved it for a second. The shot clock reset to 30. So we'll see if the officials will take a look at it, and we might get a timeout by Tom Kirchhoffner. Shane Piotz right now is going to the scores table to double check if there should have been a reset or not on the shot clock. As Hagerly grabbed it, came out of bounds. It's just a matter of did he have possession when he did, because if he did, it's a fresh 30. If it's not, shot clock gets to about 10, 11 seconds right now, and that's what Shane Piotz, part of our 3 officials, going over there to the scores table, making sure we're good. Thumbs up, and they'll stay with the fresh 30 on the floor. Cheyenne will handle it here with Hagen. Hagen at the top of the key, guarded by Carson Hagerly. Ball screen here, looking on the interior. Michael Nile trying to get in front of Zepeda. Nothing there, and Zepeda will get called for the foul. Zepeda will pick up his 4th. So Zepeda will pick up his 4th, team's 8th, and going to the free throw line for the 1-and-1 is Michael Nile. Zepeda right now not too happy with the call as Nile makes free throw attempt number 1. I think what Zepeda's saying is, hey, I'm trying to front, and I have an opportunity to get position in front of a big man like Michael Nile, but I think what they call them for is the wraparound or the hook on around the jersey part, especially the shorts, and if you have that hook or that wrap, the officials are going to call it more times than not. You can't fault the hustle and the effort. Just again, that's going to be a foul. Fode Sharif clears the window. Now to Parker Nelson. Driving kick. Left-hand side to Max Fowl into the game. Grefstrud interior to Hagerly. Hagerly spins, and there's a reach and foul on West Fargo Cheyenne. You had Hagen or Trent Free there as the guilty party. We'll see which number gets called, and they will call on James Hagen, his 2nd, and that'll be the team's 3rd team foul. So for the rest of this contest, Cheyenne already in the bonus. On the opposite side, West Fargo right now with some work to do offensively, and Hagerly make the backdoor cut to Parker Nelson, but they were on the end line here in a turnover for West Fargo. The loser of this contest plays Grand Forks Central on Saturday afternoon at 12:45 for a chance to get to state, and we have a timer on the backcourt. We'll break as well. Tom Kirchhoffner wants to talk things over. Mustangs up by 9 on your live event.
Rock Solid Concrete. Give them a call at 701-238-4523 to get a free estimate on all your concrete projects. Services provided are, but not limited to, decorative stamp patios, decorative stamp sidewalks, new and replacement driveways and sidewalks, garage, shop, and shed pad floors, and residential and commercial flat work. They would love to sit down with you and find a plan that works best for your projects. Call Rock Solid Concrete at 701-238-4523.
On top of some of our fine sponsors would like to thank throughout the day First Class Mortgage, Carlson Customs. You also have Sanford Health and a bevy of others. Thank you very much for providing coverage here of the EDC tournament on your live event and yourliveevent.com. Again, go to yourliveevent.com for the complete coverage of the EDC basketball tournament from top to bottom all day tomorrow. Our coverage starts at 1:40 on the girls' side, and then we got 6:40 on Saturday. It'll start with breakfast and basketball at 11 a.m. with Fargo North and Fargo Shanley, and probably conclude around 10 o'clock in the evening with the EDC tournament championships of boys and girls as well. Top of the key here for the Mustangs. Left-hand side is James Hagen. Ball gets reversed right-hand side to Caleb Deere as Deere gets the ball right back. Shot clock under 9. Right wing in the hands of Larson. Larson ankle cross, spins on Parker Nelson. Now they have to get the pass off. This goes right-hand side. Trent Free gets it off the iron rebound, and coming out of nowhere is Parker Nelson. Bounce pass to Fode Sharif. Power dribble, and Sharif gets fouled. Good hustle by West Fargo Cheyenne. Just came across on top and went down to grab the basketball. Larson will pick up the foul. That'll be his 3rd and the team's 4th. And going to the free throw line is Fode Sharif. West Fargo hasn't been to the line much at all tonight. The Packers in this contest now 0 of 4 from the free throw line. In comparison, West Fargo Cheyenne is 9 of 11. Packers shooting 14 of 45 from the floor. West Fargo Cheyenne at 14 of 31. Free throw attempt is good by Sharif as the Packers have been held to 4 points here in the second half in the opening 7 minutes and 15 seconds. West Fargo Cheyenne in the front court right now, they had 36. They haven't scored much either, just 6 points, so it's been a defensive slugfest, and it's been that kind of game. Niall gets the rebound, and then he gets fouled here, and the foul will come across the arm with Fode Sharif. That's his third and the team's ninth, so Cheyenne now in the double bonus throughout. As Michael Nile is 4 of 6 from the free throw line. 2 upcoming here by Nile, and he makes the first. Michael Nile just steady Eddie here for West Fargo Cheyenne. Free throw attempts upcoming here for Nile. Goes the first. Second one on the way. That one is good as well. Nile just continues to shine here for West Fargo Cheyenne. Got him down for 19 points in the contest here for Nile. This one at the top of the key. Ball gets reversed now to Grefsrud. Grefsrud with the shot fake. Takes a couple hard dribbles down the paint. Gets fouled and he throws it up and count it. The lefty with the end one. Grefsrud's first bucket of the night, and West Fargo desperately needed it. The foul will come here on West Fargo Cheyenne. And the foul comes here on Trent Free. He's got 1. And then you have Michael Nile will pick up his first and the team's 5th as Grefsrud kind of blew a tire. Grefsrud will make sure the left shoe is good. Good looking shoe there. Got some gray, some white, and that Packer green stripe across. Grefsrud free throw attempt off the mark. No, Nile goes up with the rebound, and we got him down for a double-double. 19 points, 10 boards so far here for the senior Michael Nile. We said it early in the broadcast. Tom Kirchhoffner early in the season said this guy might be that diamond in the rough that you could talk about senior athlete of the year and more, as we have a foul here on the floor as the foul comes on Max Foul. So the game plan hasn't changed for West Fargo. Get in front of Michael Nile as best as you can, and West Fargo Cheyenne is taking full advantage of it. Nile, he's going to have one of those games where he has worked for every point on the interior as he goes back to the free throw line, and this is a double bonus time now for Nile and West Fargo. Free throw attempts is good for Nile. Nile continues just to put the work in when they need it here for West Fargo Cheyenne. Only 20 points in the contest at the free throw line for another and one for 2 free throws. West Fargo Cheyenne just has 1 field goal in this second half, but Nile at the free throw line has got 6 made free throws. Actually, check that. Nile is 8 of 10 so far from the free throw line here for the Mustangs, as we have a jump ball possession will stay with West Fargo. So the 2 points by the Packers, by West Fargo Cheyenne is Caleb Larson from the floor. Otherwise, it's been all Michael Nile at the line. He's 8 of 10 from the stripe here for the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. On the opposite side for West Fargo, 3 points in the second half by Limke, 2 points by Grefsrud, and a made free throw by Fode Sharif. A foul here on Hagan. James Hagan will pick up his third, and that's the team's 6th. So from here on out, West Fargo will be in the bonus for the Packers. Trailing it by 10 inside Parker Nelson. Nelson leaves it left-hand side. Foul. Foul takes a couple hard dribbles down the paint, and there's a wraparound foul on Trent Free. It will be on the floor, but it will be bonus as Free picks up the foul, his 2nd and the team's 7th, and Max Foul goes to the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1 opportunity. 46-36 on your United Savings Credit Union scoreboard. Cheyenne with the lead with 9:44 left to play here in the second half. A season low for West Fargo is 56 at Moorhead to begin the season on December the 7th. Packers second best in the conference, averaging 81 points per game, but Cheyenne again just gives up 59 per contest, and that's best in the EDC throughout the regular season. Foul, free throw attempts, 1 is off the mark on the 1-and-1, and a rebound comes down to Dominic Dosman. And we're going to have a timeout here by Dosman as he was nearly on the end line here, and it'll be a shorty timeout. We'll break as well. 9:39 left to play in regulation. It's the Mustangs up by 10 in the EDC semifinals.
Red River Valley Speedway, what a great place to let your heart race. Excitement second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
Friday night racing returns this spring. Log on to RedRiverValleySpeedway.com for more information.
Red River Valley Speedway, the fastest high-bank dirt track in the upper Midwest.
earlier today on the WDA. The number 1 seed in the boys bracket advanced with a 60-51 win, minus over Jamestown. The 4-5 matchup, Bismarck St. Mary's no problem with Dickinson 85-42, and at 6:30, the number 7 seed pulled the upset. Mandan over number 2 seed Bismarck Century 63-62. Bismarck High and Bismarck Legacy underway right now. Full court press by the Packers. If they foul, playing some defense, it will be the double bonus for West Fargo Cheyenne from here on out. Joey Hughes running the camera. Chase Miller with you courtside inside the Shield Center. And there's a block by Carlson, and Carlson clears the window, but Michael Nile gets the steal. Nile used up that dribble here for West Fargo Cheyenne as they handle it now right-hand side. Three-pointer on the way. That one rattles out. A ball gets tipped, and foul lost it for a moment. Regains possession here for the Packers. Foul to Carlson. Carlson goes hard to the paint. Shot is up, and there comes a foul as Carlson hit the deck hard. That's on Dominic Dosman. That'll be his 4th, and it is. So Dosman will pick up his 4th. You have 3 with Larson and 3 with Hagan here for West Fargo Cheyenne. Zapata has 4 for West Fargo. You got 3 with Sharif and 3 with Limke, who's on the floor right now. Shooting 2 is Nick Carlson, 0 for 1 from the free throw line so far today, but Barry's free throw attempt number 1. Carlson, a 72% free throw shooter here for the Packers, where points have been hard to come by so far for both teams. Free throw attempts here, number 2 by Carlson, gets it to go. Carlson now with 9 points here for the Packers, who trail it by 8. In the front court goes James Hagan. Ball right-hand side of Dominic Dosman, asking for it on the interior is Larson. Double team comes by Carlson. Larson over Brett Limke, and he gets the shooter's roll. So instead of putting Michael Nile in the paint, you go guard-on-guard action, and Larson now with 15. Carlson open, left of the key, rises, shoots it, and buries it. Nick Carlson in double digits with 12, his second made 3 of the contest, and the Packers inching away right now, down by 7. The Packer faithful making some noise, but Cheyenne has had the answer, and we'll see if they go back to the well of Michael Nile. But a turnover. The outstretched pass by Hagan on the near sideline for Caleb Deere results in a 12 turnover here on West Fargo Cheyenne. Update from the WDA girls basketball tournament. Mandan leads Bismarck High, the 6 over the 3, 48-38 with 8:25 left to play in the girls quarterfinal round contest out in the WDA. Right-hand side, Parker Nelson drive, little shovel pass to Nick Carlson. Go where your bread is buttered. Nick Carlson now with 6 straight points for the Packers. Check that, give the man some more. He's got 7 straight here for West Fargo. He's got 14 in the contest. Up and over pass to Michael Nile. Nile spin there, but a foul on Max Foul. His second, and 2 shots again for Michael Nile. Nile 8 of 10 from the free throw line here in this contest. 21 points to lead the floor. And some more free throws upcoming here for West Fargo Cheyenne in this game. West Fargo Cheyenne from the free throw line so far tonight, 13 of 15. Free throw attempt number 1 is good. Second free throw attempt upcoming. Let's crank our basket mic for you. That is good there for Michael Nile as he goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And that's where the answer has been for Cheyenne throughout this game from the start and to the finish. Hagerly, right-hand side Carlson. Carlson with the jab step. Michael Nile on the guard now to Limke. Man defense, Parker Nelson steps into a three-pointer. That's short off the front iron, and a rebound to West Fargo Cheyenne. Good board underneath by Trent Free here for the Mustangs. In the front court now goes Hagan on Parker Nelson. 7:30 left to play in regulation. 7-point lead for the Mustangs. Open is Hagan looking for Michael Nile. They reverse it around the horn. Right-hand side now to Free. Free looking for the up and over pass to Larson. Can't do it. Adam Polcheski's asking for a 3-second call. Nothing's given. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Bounce pass inside Larson. Larson spins to the paint over Limke. Gets it to go. Larson now with 17 points, and he's done his damage in the second half inside the paint. Going the other way, here's Hagerly, and Hagerly gets fouled, and Carson will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Carson Hagerly held scoreless here in the second half. Caleb Larson will get called for the foul. That's his 4th and the team's 9th. Hagerly had 15 first half points will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. Misses free throw attempts 1 of 2. Hagerly with 0 field goals here in the second half. As much as we've talked about how West Fargo has played defensively, not giving up a lot of field goals, on the opposite side, Cheyenne's done just the same thing here as Hagerly goes 0 of 2 from the free throw line, and Caleb Deere picks up the rebound. So Cheyenne up by 9, a chance to really put some distance between them. Michael Nile dribble pullback 3 off the mark. Nick Carlson gets the rebound. Carlson to Hagerly. Hagerly hangs, shoot off the window for 2. Carson Hagerly was 17, and the Packers are back within 7. Kind of a decision kind of a game. If West Fargo can win the next 3 minutes here and cut it down to 1 possession, they would have the momentum, no question. On the opposite side for Cheyenne, you have enough breathing room, but you just don't want West Fargo to get on that quick run. Larson goes hard down the paint and a foul here. It's either on Carlson or Limke. If it's on Nick Carlson, that'll be his second, and it is. Carlson will pick up his second. Shooting 2 is a 71% free throw shooter on the season. And Caleb Larson. Larson so far with 17 points in this contest. Free throw attempt on the way is good. Larson now with 18 points as Fode Sharif and Jaden Grefsrud check in. Max Fowl and Parker Nelson will check out here for West Fargo. Last 2 seasons, it's been a Cheyenne and Davies championship in the EDC tournament. And if this holds, we'll make it 3 straight years, and Cheyenne is the back-to-back defending champ of this EDC boys basketball tournament. Davies won in 2019, the last team to win this tournament, not named Davies or Cheyenne. Grand Forks Red River in 2015. Nick Carlson spins on the interior, lost it, and it will be off of Nick Carlson, and a turnover here for the Packers. They haven't had too many of those here tonight, and West Fargo trailing will chase the game a little bit here under 6 minutes to play in regulation. Packers will try to trap if they can. Getting out of the trap there is Trent Free in the front court. Broadway opens up, Free over Hagerly, and Carson picks up the foul. Carson Hagerly will pick up his third, and shooting 2 as Hagerly is going to force Free to go to the free throw line to earn it. Trent, a 55% free throw shooter on the season, will go the stripe to shoot the 2 shots for West Fargo Cheyenne. 1 of 2 upcoming here for Free. Misses the first. Checking into the contest for West Fargo, Peyton McGregor, a 5'9 junior, as Nick Carlson will check out. Free throw attempt number 2 upcoming here for Free. 54-45, Cheyenne with the edge. Free throw attempt, and we have Grefsrud with the foul after the rebound by Caleb Deere. Deere, a 60% free throw shooter, will go to the line. Grefsrud picks up his first, and 2 shots upcoming. That has been the storyline of the second half, is West Fargo Cheyenne going to the free throw line and trying to capitalize as much with Michael Nile, and now some other guys go to the stripe. Deere makes free throw attempt number 1. Back up to a 10-point lead. With this result, Cheyenne would punch their ticket to state. They would be a top 2 seed from the East. Free throw attempt number 2 was halfway down and rattled out. Fode Sharif in West Fargo wants to say, hey, not so fast. We want to win this puppy and get to our EDC championship game for the first time since 2019. Hagerly lost it on his way up, a turnover, as Hagan will come down with it. 5:30 left to play here in regulation. Coming up, we'll get to our Enbridge Energy player of the contest. Hagan on the inside, looks on the no-look pass on the back door. Deere on the reversal, no. And a rebound tied for underneath as Fode Sharif was battling for it. He was tied up with here from West Fargo Cheyenne's Caleb Larson. Possession will favor the Mustangs. West Fargo with 4 timeouts remaining for West Fargo Cheyenne. They have 3. The Mustangs will inbound it here with Caleb Larson. Like to thank also Joel Morgan and Alex Quist doing the 2 games in the middle here, part of our coverage throughout the EDC tournament, and a foul will come on Peyton McGregor. His first, and going to the free throw line to shoot 2 will be James Hagan. Hagan, a 52% free throw shooter, goes to the stripe. Second half has just kind of had that choppy pace to it. Free throw attempt is good. Again, if you're going to get up in someone's face and try to face guard and try to claw tooth and nail. There's going to be some fouls getting called, and that's what we're seeing. And Hagen capitalizes, goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line. West Fargo needs to be awfully efficient now offensively from the remainder of this contest, down by double digits where points have been hard to come by. Nice little zip pass there from Hagerly to Grefsrud. 2-man game, the right look, but a turnover here by the Packers. Substitution as Parker Nelson will check in for Peyton McGregor. Every other year this tournament switches where the girls play Thursday for their loser out in semifinals, boys Friday, and vice versa as we're seeing this season. So next year the boys will play Friday night, girls would play Thursday, and then you'd have your state qualifiers as well on Saturday like usual. Shot is off the backboard for James Hagen. 4 straight points to the Mustangs, and Hagen right now has 7. Down by 14, Parker Nelson slips it past to Grefsrud. Good defense on the floor there by Deere. It's still loose, and a possession will favor West Fargo. So the largest deficit of the game right now for the Packers, down by 14 points with 4:42 left to play against West Fargo Cheyenne, where West Fargo's had to earn it tonight here offensively. Dominic Dosman will check in for Trent Free. Pregame head coach Tom Kirchhoffner some valuable minutes as we will have an inbound here with Brent Limke. Limke on the baseline looking for someone before a 5 call here. Awfully close to a 5 call. Ball out of play and off of Grefsrud. Turnover on the West Fargo Packers. And timeout on the floor. We'll break as well. Adam Palczewski wants to talk things over with 4:41 left to play in regulation. It's the Mustangs up by 14 points in the EDC boys semifinals.
The City of Hillsborough welcomes you with opportunities to build, grow, live, and work in the Hillsborough community. With the City of Hillsborough Renaissance Zone, new businesses and entrepreneurs can use to start a business. The time for you to consider Hillsborough is now. Come see us, make the drive, and visit the City of Hillsborough. Contact city offices or visit www.hillsborough-nd.com. Small town, big opportunity. Experience Hillsborough.
As we return to the floor here, it's the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs 59-45 over the West Fargo Packers. Update from Grand Forks Kindred, no problem over Beulah, the number 1 seed in the State B Girls Basketball Tournament with a 72-29 win over the Beulah Miners. So Kindred will play the winner of either Shiloh Christian or alongside the number 5 seed in Shiloh Christian will be in that contest here for the State B Girls Basketball Tournament as they kind of await to see who they'll play tomorrow night in that 4-5 matchup later from the Betty Engelstad Sioux Center. So after the timeout by West Fargo, they'll have 3 remaining. That was a full timeout for head coach Adam Palczewski here. As with it is West Fargo Cheyenne. This will be with Caleb Deere on the inbounds on this full court pressure defense by West Fargo. It's been a tooth to the nail kind of a EDC boys basketball game between these two rivals. 4 of the last 5 have ended within single digits, but Cheyenne trying to pull away. 3-pointer off the mark. Ball gets tapped out right to Deere. Put back short. Another board here by West Fargo Cheyenne. That's Larson off the window for 2. Caleb Larson with 21 points here for West Fargo Cheyenne, and the Mustangs right now lead it by 16. Largest lead of the game here as the Packers right wing with Limke. He'll shoot the 3 on the way. Off the front iron, no. Fode Sharif put back good for 2. Sharif now with 8 points and 6 rebounds. But Cheyenne, you can start taking the air out of the basketball a little bit here and start minimizing possessions. 14 points, that's a lot. On the opposite side for the Mustangs, bounce pass on the interior. Larson's going to spin to the baseline, off the mark. No, Larson gets the ball right back over Limke. Put back for 2. Larson continues to grind, continues to work here for the Mustangs as he is continuing his offensive onslaught. Parker Nelson, right baseline jumper off the mark, no good, and Nelson gets the rebound, and West Fargo Cheyenne can smell it with 3:17 left to play in regulation, trying to hold West Fargo to a season low in points as well. Cheyenne and Larson will go hard, and we got a foul here on Grefsrud. Jaden Grefsrud with the foul. That'll be his second, and going to the line will be Larson. Caleb, a 6'3" senior guard, goes to the free throw line here for West Fargo Cheyenne. Michael Nile leads the floor currently with 24 points. Caleb Larson continues to just add on to already a stellar night. Now with 24 points, Larson also 6 of 6 from the free throw line as Grefsrud will check out the contest. West Fargo Cheyenne trying to win their fifth straight game, improved to 19-4 on the season. Larson goes 2 of 2 from the line, and he's an early player for our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Also get to our RDK Enterprises Play of the Game, which might be a Larson three-pointer from the logo. Earlier in the first half, three-point shot off the mark, no good on the interior by Parker Nelson. You can watch all these games back on demand on yourliveevent.com or search Your Live Event on YouTube. We will hear from a victorious, as it stands right now, Mustang on our postgame show. 3 by Hagerly off the mark. Nick Carlson handles the rebound, puts the ball on the deck, and there is going to be James Hagan for the steal. Other end of the floor, here goes Larson. Larson with a shot fake, gets Hagerly up in the air. Shot off the mark. Larson with another opportunity over Limpke. That's off the mark. Rebound gets tapped down, and here comes Hagerly. Hagerly trying to beat everybody down the floor. A little Euro step for the end one. Hagerly with 19 points to lead the floor for West Fargo, and one opportunity, and Dominic Dosman will foul out of this contest. Dosman will finish in this game with 3 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. Dosman, a 6'8" senior forward. For these seniors, they know they still get one more game, win or lose here. If you win, you're guaranteed a couple more at state. Free throw attempt's going to rattle in for Hagerly. No seventh-place game at the state tournament in Class A, but consolation championship, third place, and state championship here. So we have a timeout in the backcourt by James Hagan. We'll break with him as the West Fargo bench wanted the extension by Michael Nile. Nothing was given. Cheyenne leads by 15, and we'll have the ball when we return.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
West Fargo Cheyenne leads by 15 right now. Let's take a look at the State B girls basketball bracket that's going on in Grand Forks. Grafton with a 25-point win over Kenmare. Langdon, no problem over Mulhall, Lansford, Sherwood 59-21. And Kindred routs Beulah 72-29. They will play the winner of Shiloh Christian, Linton HMB later tonight at 8:15 from the Betty. That game currently underway. So the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs lead it by 15 points. The Mustangs with 2 timeouts remaining after James Hagan took the timeout. Chase Miller with you courtside. Joey Hughes, or we like to call him a.k.a. Joey Knuckles, running the camera right now. Our coverage tomorrow begins at 1:40 for our girls portion between Shanley and North. Nice steal in the backcourt by Nelson. Gives a flip to Carlson for 2. Carlson with a Sweet 16. West Fargo, they need more of that right now. Some steals. Carlson gets on the floor, but a foul here will be on Carlson. Carlson was going for it, and they'll say that he just got enough of the right shoe of Hagan to put James to the free throw line, so Carlson picks up the foul. It's going to be Nick's third, and West Fargo, with all the players that they have with fouls right now, knock on wood, no one has fouled out yet. Hagan will go to the free throw line to shoot the double bonus. Out west, it's a meat grinder between Bismarck and Mandan as well. Bismarck high up by 2 with 1:45 left to play. Hagan from the free throw line. This is the first, second one on the way, trying to get to 8 points here. Gets it. Hagan now 3 of 4 from the stripe. Cheyenne up by 14. The Packers in the front court here with Carson Hagerly. Hagerly left wing to Brett Limke. Time not on the Packers side. They got to get some shots up. Shart is short by their Parker Nelson. Rebound comes down underneath to Larson. Other end of the floor here is West Fargo Cheyenne. This will be with Caleb Deere. Deere with the bounce pass. As in the backcourt here is Trent Free. Double team comes in. Parker Nelson gets the steal. Nelson goes coast to coast for the easy right-handed layup. Parker Nelson's first points of the night. West Fargo not going away quietly with that full court pressure defense, and a foul here by Nick Carlson in the back. Carlson was trying to go straight up and try to bat the ball. Instead, there will be a foul, and it will be the team's Nick Carlson's fourth. Shooting here will be West Fargo Cheyenne going to the line, and Caleb Larson. Larson just continues to have a efficient kind of basketball night. 25 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists here for Caleb Larson. Michael Nye with 24 points and 13 boards. Larson makes free throw attempts. Up by 13. Free throw attempt number 2. That's good as well. So Larson continues to add on to his point total again with 25 now. Other end of the floor, here comes West Fargo. Limke, left pocket 3. Got it to go in a timeout by head coach Adam Polcheski. So Limke with his third three-pointer of the night. Now 69 threes on the season. West Fargo trails it by 11 with 1:33 left to play here in regulation. Taking a look ahead to tomorrow in our girls portion. The defending champ still alive. Fargo Davies won over Fargo Sheyenne. So from last year, so we know there will be one new team. Davies will play West Fargo at 5:30 in the semis. 7:15 at Cheyenne and Red River. Loser out games tomorrow at 2 o'clock, Fargo North and Fargo Sheyenne. They split earlier this season, and Wahpeton plays Devils Lake. The Huskies took 2 from the Firebirds this year in the girls portion. That'll be at 3:45 tomorrow here on your live event for our coverage of the EDC girls basketball tournament. So Larson with 27, Michael Nile with 24 and 13 boards for Cheyenne. West Fargo led by the 20 points of Hagerly and the 16.6 rebounds by Nick Carlson. West Fargo down by 11. It's not unfathomable, but you're going to need some things to go your way. And trying to throw it off as Zepeda does is Caleb Larson to save the possession here. The Mustangs are 2 timeouts remain the same for the West Fargo Packers, as inbounding it will be Larson. If you're Cheyenne, all you got to do is make your free throws and take care of the ball late, and you'll find yourself in the EDC championship on Saturday evening. West Fargo again chasing the game, trying to get those half-court traps when they can. Dribbling out of it right now is Hagen. Clock continues to wind. Hagen with the step through. Zepeda can't get there. Ball goes to Larson. Left pocket 3. Off the front iron. Ball tapped down right to Carson Hagerly. Here's a 2-on-2. Hagerly pops a pass. Nick Carlson will go off the right knee there of Caleb Deere, and a foul in the backcourt. Hagerly just couldn't quite handle the rock enough, and a foul comes on Nick Carlson. He'll foul out, and Carlson's night will come to a close. 16 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, assist and a block here for Nick Carlson. Tough one there as Hagerly was able to handle the rock just a little bit better. Would have had a one-on-one opportunity at the 10, and if he gets to the 10, might cut this one down to 9, but instead Michael Nile goes back to the free throw line here in this contest. Nile with 11 made free throws, and now make it 12. Free throw attempt number 2 here as the Mustangs lead it by 12. West Fargo Cheyenne going back to the line one more time with Michael Nile. Gets that one to go. Nile 2 of 2 that time down the stripe. Put that shot and put it in a bottle. It's been that kind of efficient from the free throw line. Here is Fode Sharif gets the 2 points. Head coach Polcheski kind of was looking for a timeout. They got to get it in before a 5 call. They do. Michael Nile with a ball fake takes a couple of dribbles. Fode Sharif playing the defense right now. Nile uses up that dribble here, and we got a timeout by head coach Tom Kirchhoffner with 2 seconds left before it was a 10-second violation. We'll break with them. 40.1 left to play here in regulation. Cheyenne leads it by 11 here on your live event.
Buying a new home, but worried about the interest rate and terms from your bank? At First Class Mortgage, we'll find a mortgage that fits your needs. Shopping national banks and other lenders for the lowest rate and most affordable terms. Saving you time and money. So all you need to worry about is enjoying your new home. First Class Mortgage. Our expertise, your peace of mind. Put an expert to work for you. Call today.
West Fargo Cheyenne going to head to the EDC semifinals with this result and play Davies at 7:45 on Saturday. On the opposite side for West Fargo, they will play in a state qualifying game against Grand Forks Central at 12:45. The Packers swept the Knights both times this season. For West Fargo Cheyenne, they split with Fargo Davies. 40.1 seconds left to play here. And the Packers last season as well won their state championship by not being the 1 or 2 seed. And once you get to state, I think it's the same here like out west and here in the east. You can put any team on any given night against each other, and you might find yourself a different result if they were to play 10 times. Hagerly picks up the foul. That'll be Carson's fourth. And going to the line is going to be Caleb Larson. Larson will have a chance to continue to add on to his kind of evening. And Cheyenne has made the most of it here in the second half. They have just 6 field goals here in the second half alone. That's it. 0 made three-pointers. And just a bevy of free throws here for the Mustangs. At the line again is Larson. Second one on the way. Got it to go. West Fargo brings in the front court now to Hagerly. Right-hand side, Parker Nelson, right wing three on the way. Off the front iron, Larson with the rebound. Larson will dribble it up in the front court here. About a half-second differential between shot clock and the game clock. Double team comes, and the Packers will commit the foul. This might be on Zepeda, and if it is, his night is done. Kanan Zepeda will pick up his 5th personal foul for West Fargo. Zepeda with the foul here. Held to 0 points, but played a lot of defense, and he's not going to get a lot of points or a lot of stats. But Zepeda was able to do a lot on the interior, trying to disrupt Michael Nile early. But again, with the fouls that were called, and Nile goes to the free throw line, and Nile made the majority of them. 13 made free throws. Larson so far with 11 made free throws. Misses that one there. Second one on the way here for Caleb. Gets it to go. West Fargo in the front court now with Fode Sharif. Sharif at the left baseline. Leaves it to Brent Limke. Right pocket three. Got it. And a timeout here by head coach Adam Polcheski will stay with this one as Limke now with 4 made threes, 12 points in the contest. Coming up on our post-game show, we'll hear from a victorious West Fargo Cheyenne player, more than likely Caleb Larson and Michael Niles. Make sure you stay tuned to our post-game show. We'll recap what happened earlier in the day and gets you slated for Saturday as well in the boys state qualifiers and the EDC championship. Upset out west earlier today in the boys contest. Number 7 seed Mandan over number 2 seed Bismarck Century. In the girls contest right now, Bismarck High holding off an upset up by 6 over Mandan. Bismarck High trying to get to the semifinals where they would play the Minot Magicians in the semifinals at 3:45 tomorrow afternoon. Turtle Mountain will play at 6:15 against the loser of that contest, which right now looks like it's going to be Mandan. So again, Minot High will play at 3:45, as that one is just about to go final out in Bismarck, as the clock is going to come to a close, and Bismarck High wins it 66-58 over Mandan. So the girls portion out west is slated to go. We will recap that in our post-game show as well. West Fargo Cheyenne will hit the home run pass to Nile with the windmill dunk. Michael Nile puts the exclamation point on this one. West Fargo grabs through left wing three-pointer, no, and that will be a final. West Fargo Cheyenne with a 75-62 win over the West Fargo Packers. The Mustangs will play Fargo Davies for the 3rd time in the EDC Tournament Championship. For 3 straight years, the Mustangs have won the last 2. We'll take a break, come back. Post-game shows next here on your live event.
It's a family-oriented community.
It's a great community to raise kids in a family.
They're a safe place to raise a family, and can go four-wheeling on the trails or kayaking down the river.
Just more than knowing the family that's here, it's getting to know new neighbors.
We wanted to be somewhere that was community oriented, and this felt just perfect.
From too wet to too dry, we know Mother Nature has the final say on the crop. Count on Irie Insurance to help manage that risk. Irie Insurance has a proven track record with over 30 years of experience as a crop insurance leader. Protect your legacy with the right tools to do the job. Learn more at IrieInsurance.com or by calling your local agent in Devils Lake, Hillsboro, Hope, Mackville, Towner, and West Fargo.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
St. John Paul II Catholic Schools is a community inspiring excellence through faith, learning, and service. They have provided a faith-based learning environment for over 100 years in the Fargo-Moorhead area. At JP2 Catholic Schools, they form community leaders as they begin their journey of excellence, beginning with 3-year-old little deacons all the way through 12th grade deacons. The tradition of excellence continues at JP2 Catholic Schools. It is the Deacon Way. Good luck to all athletes from JP2 Catholic Schools.
Making a difference and impacting lives comes together when you study to become a nurse at Lake Region State College. Our nursing program is available in Mayville, Grand Forks, and Devils Lake. Find out more today. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Save the dates for the Norman County Fair, Ada, Minnesota, June 22nd through 25th. New this year, music from Post-Traumatic Funk Syndrome, the Freddie Justice Hypnotist, the Traveling Escape Room, Nick the Magician for Youth Day, Senior Day, Free Family Friday, the Red Letter Band, the Woodpicks, racing, and so much more. NormanCountyFair.com. The Norman County Fair, Ada, Minnesota, June 22nd through 25th. It is where summer begins and the fun never ends.
Everybody's gonna be there.
Join us now on our post-game show for the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. That is Caleb Larson in their 13-point victory over the West Fargo Packers. Caleb with a double-double, 30 points and 10 rebounds. And first and foremost, Caleb, congratulations on getting back to a third straight EDC tournament championship where you have a chance to defend your back-to-back crown. First things first, how much of a defensive effort was this from top to bottom from your team to try to hold West Fargo and keep them off rhythm for, 36 minutes of basketball?
Well, right away we saw Xander go down, and he's a big part of our defensive end and offensive. He hits a lot of offensive boards, so we had to fill in the gap somehow, so I tried to step up and do what I had to do.
You know that there was going to be fronting on Michael Nile early, so you're able to hit some big-time threes in that game. Let's talk about the one you hit from the logo. What was going through your mind from the N and the D where you're able to pull up and hit that three-pointer there?
I saw his hand down, and whenever I see that, I just pull it, so I made it, so I was happy.
Does head coach Tom Kirchhoffner give you the green light when you come off screens, when you have opportunities to be a gunslinger? Does he give you the green light to just kind of feel the rhythm of the game?
Normally, yeah, but we didn't really want to be shooting deep threes right away because we were known to settle a little bit and get a little off rhythm, but I saw it was open. It was just calling my name, so I shot it.
Final thing for you, Caleb. How sweet is it to get back to an EDC championship for the next 48 hours? You know you're going to play a team that you played the last handful of times in that championship game in Fargo Davies. You're very familiar with them over the years, playing 3 or 4 times sometimes. Yeah. How is the next 48 hours going to be like for you, Caleb?
Same thing as always. We're going to go hard in practice and keep our standard up in practice and perform in the game.
Hey, Caleb, thanks so much for your time. We'll see you Saturday night. Enjoy this one, okay?
No problem. Thank you.
Caleb Larson with his fan club here at the Shields Center as the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs pick up the 13-point win here in this contest. Let's get now to our Enbridge Energy player of the game in this one, and it is, again, the man right there, the senior for the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. That is Caleb Larson. Larson with 30 points, 11 rebounds, finishes with 1 assist, goes 8 of 20 from the floor, 2 made threes, and 12 of 13 from the free throw line. Again, Caleb Larson, 12 of 13 from the stripe here for the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. He is our Enbridge Energy player of the game, and fans' work has begun to replace Line 3, and keeping everyone safe is Enbridge's top priority. Robust COVID-19 safety rules has been established for Enbridge employees because they all want everyone home safe. Learn more by visiting enbridge.com/line3.us. That's enbridge.com/line3.us. As we will have an opportunity here. Michael. As we'll have an opportunity here to talk with Michael Nile here for the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs in a second. Michael Nile finishes with 27 points, 12 rebounds, goes 12 of 14 from the free throw line here for Michael Nile and the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. Shoots 7 of 12 from the floor. And Michael, first and foremost, congratulations on the win. Let's talk about it on the interior. You were banging on the inside. They were trying to front you, try to get you off your rocker, and try to get in front with that backside help. When you saw the early on that defense that they're trying to get in front, how patient did you just have to be to kind of allow the game to come to you early in that first half?
Well, I knew I just had to keep at it because I knew eventually they'd slow down, relax a little bit, and that's when we just took hold of the game.
Free throw attempts. Larson, your teammate, goes 12 of 13. You go 12 of 14. How sweet is that in that category when you can put a game away like this against your rival?
It's great. He comes in big.
what was the one thing that got you guys over the hump here, do you think, Michael, from top to bottom offensively and defensively when you look at this contest? What got you over the hump to the EDC championship?
I think it was hunger and energy.
Hunger and energy, and then you're going to play a team in Fargo Davies coming up here on Saturday. What's the next 48 hours going to be like for you, my man, once you get ready for another rival here with the Eagles on Saturday night?
Just resting up and carrying this energy into the next game.
Going to be a lot of fun, Michael. Thanks so much for your time. Probably need some ice on some of those bruises on the interior, and we'll see you Saturday night, okay?
All right, thanks.
Michael Nile again with us here for the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs as they pick up the victory by 13 points over the West Fargo Packers in this one. Michael Nile, as we get to our RDK Enterprises now, player of the contest here. RDK Enterprises will be holding their Hillsboro Operator Clinic Monday, March the 21st. To register, visit plannerdoc.com. This clinic will provide the opportunity to brush up on monitor setup and operation of precision planting systems. RDK Enterprises Operator Clinic Monday on March the 21st at the Hillsboro store. They look forward to visiting with you. To see their agenda and register for this event, visit planterdoc.com. We'll take one more quick timeout. We'll put a bow on this one next. The Mustangs win it by 13. They're heading to the EDC championship game on Saturday against Fargo Davies.
Red River Valley Speedway, what a great place to let your heart race. Excitement second to none. Every Friday night you're gonna feel alright. Your destination for family fun.
Friday night racing returns this spring. Log on to redrivervalleyspeedway.com for more information.
Red River Valley Speedway, the fastest high-bank dirt track in the upper Midwest.
Let the team at Taxman help prepare your taxes and answer any of your tax-related questions. From financial planning, payroll services, and retirement planning, Taxman focuses on your unique tax, accounting, and consulting needs. For expert, affordable service from accountants that care about you with a combined 200 years of experience, choose Taxman. Open year-round with offices in Fargo and Moorhead. For more information, go online to fmtaxman.com.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most.
See Jared Hansen in Larimore, your agent with answers.
Joining us now for the final segment is going to be West Fargo Cheyenne head coach. That is Tom Kirchhoffner, as Tom, our Enbridge Energy player of the game. That went to the man who had a lot of free throws, and Caleb Larson, our RDK Enterprises player of the game, was the other guy who had a lot of free throws, and Michael Nile. When you take a look at that stat sheet right there in your 13-point win over West Fargo, what jumps off the page for you right now, Tom?
It's beautiful, and that's the best in program history, I can tell you that. The way this team, I think, 52% or maybe 56 on the year from free throw. We've been really bad, but you know, it just the right guys got to the free throw line, and then it's tournament time, and they're both seniors, and they're stepping up. So outstanding performance by both those guys.
You mentioned 56% and you spot on there from the free throw line during the regular season. When you see that West Fargo is fronting Michael Nile early, and they had some guard play, they're trying to double him and get some other guys off rhythm. What is the counter to that when teams have tried to front Michael on the post on the inside? I know second half you used Caleb Larson a little bit on Limke, but what was the first half? What were some of the adjustments as the game moved along?
Well, a couple of adjustments that we did is, you know, we thought Limke had 4, so we were going after him, but he only had 3. But we got a couple baskets down low with Larson, but then we're trying to get a lot of ball screens because they're trying to help so much on Mike. So is that guy going to help on the ball screen or not? And so everybody was attracted to him, so we just wanted to swing the basketball as quickly as possible, and either we would get an open 3 or Mike would be able to get open then. So outstanding performance. You know, they had a great game plan of throwing a lot of different guys at Mike, so I'm just really proud of our guys' team effort tonight.
Let's talk about Larson's range from the N and the D. He hit one literally from the logo in that first half. When that puppy went off in your mind, what's kind of going through your mind? Because I know he's a quality shooter, obviously, but you like it to be from 20, 25 feet, maybe not from 40 feet, Tom.
Yeah, as soon as it left his hand, I felt like it was going in, you know. But I did talk to him about, hey, get at that white line, shoot where that white line. You don't get more points by shooting from the Bison line. And so, you know, we wanted him to go at the hoop right away, you know, so that way he could see the ball going through hoop. Then he could start stretching him out. You know, last couple weeks, last couple games, he's been trying to just, you know, work from deep instead of working inside then out. But yeah, outstanding effort by him tonight.
Final thing for you, it's the third straight year that you and Fargo Davies have met in the EDC championship game. You already know that you punched your ticket to Bismarck, which is obviously goals throughout the season, trying to get a high seed for this tournament. Make sure you get to state. Both were accomplished. Now you have a chance to be another EDC tournament champion. What's the next 48 hours going to be like as you get ready for another rival in Fargo Davies on Saturday, Tom?
Tonight, just enjoy this one and relax and rest up. And, you know, yesterday's practice, I think we went maybe 40 minutes, just got some shots up and did free throws. That was about it. And tomorrow will be the same thing. And then Saturday, turn the lights on and play to win.
Going to be a lot of fun. We'll see you Saturday night, Coach, okay?
I appreciate the coverage.
Tom Kirchhoffner, West Fargo Cheyenne head boys basketball coach, here on our post-game shows. The Mustangs win it again, 75-62. The final here in this one for West Fargo Cheyenne as they advance one more time to the EDC tournament. So here's the bracket coming up on Saturday at 11 o'clock in the morning. Fargo North and Fargo Shanley in a state qualifier. The winner heads to state. Same at 12:45. West Fargo, the Packers go up against Grand Forks Central. The Knights at 12:45 coming up on Saturday afternoon. Then the EDC Championship featuring the 1 seed Fargo Davies and the 2 seed West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. The girls start tomorrow at 1:40 is our coverage. Game number 1 of 4 features Fargo North and Fargo Shanley. There's a lot of people to thank here in this one, including the guy running the camera for all 4 games. That's Joey Hughes. Thanks again to Alex Quist from Valley City and Joel Morgan for being on the call in our first 2 games. Your finals again from earlier today before we bid adieu. Central wins by 6 over Red River. Fargo North 81-64 over South. Davies 68-63 against Shanley. And West Fargo Cheyenne picks up the 13-point victory over the West Fargo Packers. On behalf of everybody within our broadcast, I'm Chase Miller. Good night from the Shield Center. Our coverage begins tomorrow at 1:40 for the girls quadruple header. 2 loser out games and 2 semifinals. Then we will have all 6 games for you on Saturday right here on your live event.